everything that was discussed on the desk, that still applies here for the Danes. They still favor, the strategy that allows them to spray through the smoke.
Cajun playing for a tiny bit of information there, but doesn't really want to commit to it. And up in apartments, it's Sipnix, and he's going to get overrun here. There's so many coming. The Glock train, he's missing the shot. He gets one kill, goes for another one, hits a headshot down, and Pit again, they're following him, and Kenny falls from the sky with a Glock and takes him out. It's down to dupreeh and karrigan here. 2v3, and Happy goes down. They might still do this. dupreeh's actually using a CZ-75 in the pistol round. He has got balls, and he is going to be going for this. The bomb has been planted. There's the peek onto short to confirm that Kenny is still playing from pit. Smoke goes down to block him off, though. This is going to make it a little bit more interesting here for Kenny. A lot of this is going to come down to kioShiMa now. You can see him taking a more passive position. Now he's been spotted. Now he's doing the damage as well. And he's actually going to be able to pick up the kill onto karrigan. dupreeh getting shot in the back, and Kenny to pick up the kill there. Envy will be picking up the pistol round, and off the back of 3 kills from their primary opper, Kenny S. That was one hell of a pistol round. Once it got started, it never stopped. And that's really the theme for Envy on this particular map. Once they smell blood, they just keep going. And I mean, it's actually crazy that Sipnix even stays alive for as long as he does. Normally, if you miss 2 or 3 shots like that, you're gone instantly. Yeah. The Glocks are going to come for you. So the fact that he got 2 kills, that's what even made this round slightly competitive. Otherwise, I think Envy would have just crushed TSM in this pistol.
And here's the hard counter as well. TSM have been showing a tendency to not buy the Kevlar on these follow-up rounds. A lot of SMGs picked up here by Envy. They're looking to make some money, and all the kills so far, 2 MP7, well, 1 MP7 and 2 MAC-10 kills, make that 3 MAC-10 kills. Happy just racking it up. And that leaves Device now all by his lonesome, working his way over from the B site. He's got the 5.7, but no Kevlar, no nades, no real chance of turning this around. All he's hoping for is to pick up a single kill here, maybe pick up an SMG to run away with. Or if he wins the lottery, he can pick Keo. Likelihood of that, though.
Yeah. They shouldn't be giving up that AK. I don't think Envy will either. But you're right, a kill here definitely be nice. Just to keep Envy in their place as well. You can tell already they're so fast. This speed is something that it's not going to catch TSM off guard because they know it's coming. Everybody knows that it's coming. But it's still something that's hard to deal with. You know it's happening and you can't stop it.
Now, this is where it comes down to mental fortitude. You saw dupreeh after the pistol round. He definitely looked frustrated, definitely looking down on himself. And that can be why Envy are also trying to go for these turns of speed, where really trying to be ultra aggressive, very fast, is to just make sure that TSM can't get their legs under them again, can't get that confidence to be able to stand up and go toe-to-toe. So Envy right now, they are going to be continuing with this. I mean, look at this all out, straight up to Banana. They want to get control of top Banana fast. We're going to have the double nade behind sandbags in case anybody was lurking there. They'd be in for a rude surprise. But instead, it's TSM, just a sole man over here on this B site, whereas on the A site, Happy's about to run into a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much, in fact, even for a MAC-10 here. They obviously do not have armor, but there is a single flashbang on karrigan. Grenade's going to rain in, not going to do any damage just yet. Sipnix falling back into flowers and being put to rest on the flowers.
Ooh, and nice shots coming in from Device. He actually manages to get the double headshot onto Kenny. It's going to be kioShiMa holding up close, adjusting his spray. What spray control from Keo? Not getting overrun. 3 headshots are listed. And well, now it's going to be karrigan, the last man here for TSM once again. EnVyUs with the correct call, going onto A site, just bullying the defense there. But in this case, a much easier situation for them, just running onto B site and eliminating the sole defender there.
Here comes the really scary part. I think a large part of this map is actually going to be decided in this particular round, because this is so early that TSM won't have the full equipment to sort of lock down the whole CT side just yet. They won't have all the Molotovs and smokes here. They're going to have something, but they're going to have to win some initial aim fights versus Envy in this upcoming round. And if they don't, it'll get very tough. No Molotovs, in fact, at all on TSM.
Yeah, but they do have extra nades, extra HEs, basically. Thanks to them not investing in the Kevlar in the second round. That's what it's all about, just having a bit more utility to use in this all-important 4th round. And it's so very important that they win this one, TSM. This is still a very CT-sided map. So if they allow Envy to get up to 4 or even 5 rounds at the beginning of the half, it's going to be a real rough time here for the Danes. But look at this situation. karrigan, 2 kills for him, still alive as well. Peeking, buying as much time as he can, hoping that a teammate will be able to support him. But he doesn't need your help! Quad kill and the ace! There it is! karrigan delivers for his team. The important round. All of them, out of all of them, to get the ace then.
That was set up so wonderfully by the initial grenade that he himself put out, then a follow-up grenade from Quad. It means they were all so low, and then he got cleaned up one by one. That is one hell of a way to start a map here.
So sick. And the control from him with an A1, 2 clips, 40 bullets, all 5 kills. That takes some self-control. Not just spraying them all away. Nice nade onto kioShiMa here to start. That's going to do some significant damage. Make him a little bit more hesitant about pushing up here to challenge. But I do like the TSM. They're not letting EnVyUs have this half-top banana for free early on. They're going to make Envy sweat a little.
Look at where Device is hiding in front of the car behind the smoke. This is very interesting. If they try and come through, it could catch them completely off guard. You can see they're setting up for it. They got 4 people here on Banana. And finally, TSM going to fall back to a slightly safer position here. Failed smoke grenade, or grenade there from NBK. Not going to be working out. Happy will die over at middle. Good kill from karrigan. Again, Device just waiting on the other side.
They know that somebody's there as well. What is this? NBK is absolutely insane, and Device is a madman on top. Apex will take him out. Only 1 kill there for Device, but allowing the first man to run through. What sick plays. And I mean, it's just, it never ends, Anders.
And the last 2 players, they're solo on health as well. NBK and Apex. It'd be a miracle if they could win this round. The bomb is finally being put down. Apex still has a Molotov. We've already seen on Dust 2 what that can do in the right condition, but karrigan going to be Molotov back for a second here. If they had won themselves, TSM, this would be a much easier round, but they just don't. They're going to have to do this the hard way. NBK actually pushing with 30 health, but he goes down to Sipnix, and now Apex is going to be next. Good double kill there, and with the defuse kit, they've got plenty of time this time around.
Very patient play coming out from TSM, actually working together as a unit rather than just running in one at a time. That's all Envy were hoping for in that kind of situation, but this is a thing of beauty. And they even check the right corner. If kioShiMa doesn't go jumping in there backwards, what damage could a Device could have done there? They'd have all run in facing the site thinking, oh, the close corner is free. We don't have to worry about that now. All we have to do is focus on the back of the site.
Trigger discipline much. And they were trying the same setup over by the car there. Very interesting style. Something that we haven't seen TSM really try too much.
But look, I mean, this in pure Envy fashion.
Yeah.
What do? They don't eco, no. They go for the force buy. 2 guys on pistols, an SMG, and 2 rifles to work with. A good nade count. So they can still execute here, Envy. It's all about the firepower at this point. Nice flash onto Zipnix, but they line up for Cage, and it couldn't be worse for Envy. 2 guys down in the blink of an eye.
Down to Kenny and Happy here. Not a lot that they could really do. There's plenty of time, but they're not even controlling the bomb, and TSM really getting a lot out of these early rounds here on the CT side. If they come out of this one with everyone alive, and nearly everyone there's, Cajun picks up a 3rd kill. It's a really good starting economy, and now we're going to get into Molotov territory. This is where Envy really need to pull up some of their really good stuff. And they kind of showed us one of their go-to stats when they are sort of out of options. It's that execute from second mid where they throw smokes towards Archway and they get in there so quickly. It was kind of shut down last time because karrigan and all the grenades, but I bet they'll do it again.
It's probably going to be what's in the cards for the next round here, because as far as Envy are concerned, it's just going to be an AK, Kevlar on Apex, and then some money spent on pistols here, so they still are making a little bit of an investment. But yeah, I mean, what you're alluding to, Anders, is the fact that once incendiaries are on the map for the CTs where they can consistently buy incendiaries, the smoke incendiary combination, and just waste so much time for the terrorists, it becomes so difficult to rush onto a site or execute anything. Once those Molotovs go down, you've just used all your smokes as a terrorist, but you have to sit just like this behind the Molotov and waste valuable seconds. It just makes your life so much more difficult on the T side.
Oh, good job there from Apex. Cajun's going to take one, but there are just more people coming. Sipnix helping out. An absolutely important double kill for him there. One of them at the Molotov, and otherwise, Cajun could have got run over, and it would have been a double entry for Envy with pretty much no replies. So, kioShiMa and Kenny are left, and it's a hard round for them to win, especially as dupreeh is going to drop Kenny with the bomb there. Now all up to kioShiMa. Deagle in hand. And I just want to point this out here. If you're at home watching and you want something that you can look out for yourself, just try and judge how well the CT side is playing on Inferno, when the clock says 40 seconds, try and look at whoever's playing in B and how many either smokes or Molotovs they have left. If they have a smoke or a Molotov, and if they have more than one and B at about 40 seconds, then you know they're doing a pretty good job. Anything less than 40 seconds, the thing starts to get really hard for the terrorist side. Smoke lasts about 17 seconds, so it's not a lot of time left if you're down to 20 seconds before you start pushing.
Exactly. And then the incendiaries on top. It's a brutal combo. Yeah. What is also brutal is kajunb starting off strong, taking out NBK. Now that Cajun's got that AWP, it's going to get tricky, and he actually hands that over to karrigan as well. So probably based off of spawn into mid, takes the peak, takes out NBK, and now They go back to the more standard tried and true here for TSM. But Envy also going for their own style, which is just bust through the mid, see if they can't find an opening or create one. Happy does manage to take out cajunb, but then karrigan, 2 kills for him from Arch. It's just too good for Envy to handle.
kioShiMa and Kenny, 2-on-4 right now. It'd still be great in a round like this. I mean, very, very hard to win this back unless TSM makes some grave mistakes, but there's a lot you can still sort of salvage from a round like this one, and getting a couple more kills on the Danish side here definitely be a really big help for Envy later on. If we bring up the scoreboard, what is the money like on TSM right now? It's getting, apart from karrigan, it's getting into sort of a fairly ridiculous territory.
Yeah, when you've got 2 guys floating on 9,000, one of them on 6, that's when you start to feel really comfortable on the CT side because you know you have options going into the next round. And speaking of which, 2 Opters scoped up. And well, Kenny pre-aiming the wrong spot, but man, karrigan, he is so on fire right now. He's so hot right now, Anders.
Yeah. It's a good place to be.
Quad kill.
That's a very great round, obviously, from karrigan there. Not letting go of the AWP, doesn't have to rebuy it. Gets 4 kills instead. Puts Envy in a bit of an awkward spot. Also, no bomb plant really happening here for the French side, so what are they going to do?
This is where it starts to get very scary. Yeah, quasi-buy coming out for Envy.
I'm just waiting for that setup in second mid, and with all these smokes here, this could be the round where they try it, and even with the C-sets, it could work. That's maybe also why karrigan is putting out that preemptive grenade there. But yeah, here's the setup.
You get it up, and yeah, everybody here, smokes equipped, flashes as well. Smoke goes down into mid, but that's not important. They have the flashes to force their way through here.
The way they were angling this actually looked like it was going to be a double smoke towards pit instead. They're obviously changing it up entirely.
I think they want the close quarters fight. They want to just see if they can't catch out somebody here out of position, trying to hold up the top B. And there it is. Flash goes through. Not perfect, but they're just going to go leaping through. And thanks to the M4A4 device, he holds true. Quad kill. Not nearly. dupreeh is there to rob one, but still the damage is done. And Envy, they looked like they had a second there. They looked like they had a chance, but it's just not meant to be. Device and dupreeh working so well together.
I mean, the timing between Device putting down the smoke and him sort of, you know, getting a rifle out in his hands again. If he was 1 second slower, then he'd be caught with you know, nothing and he'd be dead instantly. It's really good timing though, and TSM, they must be feeling pretty good right now, but I don't think Envy is in panic mode at all. Like 3-6 is a decent scoreline here.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the response is to try and see if they can get Kenny to find an opening.
Especially for, you know, like a team like Envy as well. 5 rounds would be acceptable on the T side. So 5-6, that's what they're aiming for. Still have a few rounds to do it in as well. And well, this is a very aggressive position here taken up by karrigan. This could definitely ruin someone's day. cajunb is going to force their hand as well on Envy's side. Nice little HE there on to Happy, but Happy still hunts down karrigan, brings it back to a 4-on-4.
He survives on 9 health as well. That's really scary. But he did get the refrag there. Plenty of time for the Envy team to make up their minds. Happy revealing that he's still up in apartments there by firing into that flashbang. 3-man setup over at A, which is a really good setup, and over at B, see, smoke just went down from Device, and he still has the Molotov, and it's going to be, you know, past the 40-second mark that we were talking about, and he can still put it down. So it's going to be a bit tricky for Envy to make their way through. They do have smokes to cancel the Molotov, though.
Yeah, NBK with the deep flash as well. Hunting, and he's going to be able to get into the back lines. This could get really tricky here for cajunb. And if cajunb is forced back into CT, it might just, you know, there's the op shot. And NBK just a second too late, but he spots the man new boxes. Valuable information gained. Another Molotov going down. 20 seconds left on this clock. Envy, they're running out of time, and cajunb knows that the backstab is coming now. It's going to turn into the fight, and cajunb wins it. 3-on-4 now as they try and get the bomb down here. Envy, they've got 10 seconds. There's a nice nade, but Device is still alive behind new boxes, and he's just pummeling people. All he has to do is stay alive, run down this clock. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, there's just no time. They will not be able to win the round, Envy. They run right into the brick wall that is Device.
Some godlike positional play at the back of new boxes there from Device. He only got the double kill, but the way he managed to position himself every single time, that is monstrously hard at this level here. Envy trying everything to make his way. Look at this. This is like the Dota equivalent of juking in the trees for a very long time.
Rat Dota, is that what we're playing here?
Yeah, maybe Devices has been putting in a couple of hours in his free time. 7-3, Device is spraying in the smoke, and this time kioShiMa says no, and he's going to go aggressive behind it, but dupreeh's here, M41 in hand, almost out of bullets, he's going to get the kill, and has to put out the Molotov here, and NBK jumps through the headshot, karrigan caught with a grenade as well, NBK with the double, Apex somehow burns alive a long time after the fact, maybe trying to pick up the bomb. It's now a 2v3 here, and Sipnik spraying blindly through, almost catches the kill on Kenny, but it's not enough, it's a triple here for NBK. And Cajun, this is a difficult clutch to obtain.
Not impossible. 2 players playing from Banana as well. Bomb planted for them. All right, out in the open. Standard default, but NBK might take a bullet to the back of the head, unfortunately for him. Cajun's gonna miss the shot, and now this is pretty much it. They're gonna be able to rush in on him, full flash. Nothing Cajun can do, and NBK with the quad kill in that round. But you have to give it to kioShiMa. I mean, that's what Envy are all about right there. If they get that opening frag fast enough, early enough, they have no fear. They just push behind it and never stop. They just run onto the site.
I mean, we really shouldn't, but I really want to play the what-if game, because if NBK goes down there, Cajun has a Molotov, and they're both out on Banana. They would probably try and challenge him for the Molotov if he tried to defuse, but there was actually a chance for a clutch there. Obviously, a bit unfortunate. Good round for Envy. 7-4 here. TSM got to keep winning. Device again in this curious position. dupreeh up on the cart here. They're going to come through. Device, can he actually get the shot? No, he won't. They both get shot down, and that's the round. They don't even have to try and fight this. They can't possibly retake right now. That is really scary.
It's so fast. It's just so fast. I mean, the flash is right through. You can see Device is trying to turn away from the flash, but before he can even readjust his aim to catch the people coming through the smoke, they're already on top of him. Envy are getting so good at just this explosive execute strat.
Oh, don't line up for Happy. They're all in the hallway. He's got the AK. They're going to be walking in on him. He gets the one sprayed down. If he had been there a second earlier, they would have been in a one long queue for him to kill. karrigan and Cajun left 2v4 here, and Cajun turning his back. Apex easily going to take that kill. Now karrigan with a really valuable rifle here. He's going to get the shot close range on Apex. And saving this AWP here is actually pretty important.
Yeah, and it's, oh, he might manage it. Is he going to be able to get behind the wall? Yes, he will. They won't be able to hunt him down. Envy willing to stay alive with 3. They can drop for the other 2, but those were very important kills. Taking out those 2 players there, leaving karrigan as the last man alive to hold on to the op. It's really going to stretch TSM's economy if they decide to go for something here. This is where life gets a little bit tricky if you're TSM, because Envy are starting to get momentum. 2 very key rounds, putting the pressure on TSM's bank, and now they're up to 5.
And that forward setup over at B is, I mean, it can work, but right now it's been also the part of their downfall. This time they're going to put 3 people on the B bomb site and 2 defending over at A here. Envy biding their time.
And karrigan, I don't think he's made an appearance over on the B site like this with the op yet. This might catch Envy off guard, and there you go. There's the step out. And he's just barely going to get out of here in time. That actually forces the smoke, really. They don't want to take any risks. Put the smoke down, try and stop Envy from pushing onto the site. And well, we slow things down once again. Envy, now that they forced that response at least, and that they have top Banana, or at least TSM think that they have top Banana, they want to shift their attention over towards this A site.
Setting up in second mid and just clearing out apartments here, gonna make sure no one's there. Apex, smoke here for the truck, I believe, and there's gonna be a sec. No, that's pretty much it. So just the one smoke gonna be in here, actually. Not too much of a presence yet. They gotta be careful that some of these grenades don't just plain stop them.
There's the flash. karrigan in danger of getting overwhelmed, and he will, in fact, get just tapped out. cajunb does manage to take out NBK, but then Kenny waiting in the wings, manages to pick Zipnik's off from the pick. Cajun on site gets overwhelmed by kioShiMa. And again, Envy, this is this killer unit that we've been talking about on the desk. They just move as a group, and if one of them gets taken out, that's not a problem because 2 guys are still behind them looking for the headshot. They're just so fast. It's just like getting pummeled into the ground, TSM. It's punch after punch, and Envy never let up. 4 men alive here at the end of this round, and TSM once again in a situation where they're just trying to hold on to guns because they're running out of money.
Great call for Envy to pull up this strat right here and now. This is going to bring them a 6th round, and now things are getting really scary. 9-6, it's still an open enough game, but obviously Envy, they will consider that a victory for the first half. If they get any more than that, then TSM are really going to start hurting. They managed to save the 2 rifles. They did have a fairly ridiculous bank, and they still got some, I think, almost 8,400 there on one player. So they can spread the money around a little bit. These past few rounds from Envy have been terrific.
This is actually, I mean, a testament to just how much money TSM had. They are still going to be able to get a pretty confident buy here.
I mean, we've seen the defense inside B, we've seen it at top banana. We haven't really seen it at bottom banana yet. There could be a, viable strat as well here for TSM, trying to see if they can push all the way down and actually block Envy from getting in there. And it looks like they are going to stay up at the top instead.
Yeah, they really are afraid of this fast push. And this time around, karrigan, no ace for him, only the single kill. That suits Envy just fine. Xyp9x up on balcony, think he got spotted there. He's gonna have to fall back to pit. But they're forcing so many nades out of TSM now with this aggression, Envy. TSM, they're chucking incendiaries all over the place, flashes as well. They're down to a single smoke and 2 incendiaries, and there's still a minute left on this clock.
Yeah, this is what makes it so difficult. If you don't put them up, then Envy's going to rush you down and kill you. If you do put them up, then they play slow, and now you're going to be in a lot of trouble. We'll see how this is going to affect, especially the B-bomb side. Device has got his Molotov over there, and he's really fighting to not put it down yet, because this is a little bit of a scary moment for him.
Yeah, all by his lonesome. I mean, a very long rotation for his teammates to come back to support him as well. dupreeh is making his way back to Arch, so he'll be close to Speedway. He can get into the CT alley pretty quick, but it all comes down to feeling, and Device, there it is. 30 seconds tick down, Molotov goes out, Smoke is there, but they decide to just run right through. Envy, no fear at all, and now they know that Device is playing from new boxes. Nice flash there to try and buy a bit more time, but he is gonna find the headshot that drops the bomb on the site, but it's all he's going to get.
Oh, dupreeh, one more bullet would have done it, and then Kenny would have been gone, but now it's a very tough retake, but I feel like they've got to go for it here. They can't let any more rounds go in favor of Envy. 2 versus 3, they've got the kit on cajunb. They need to find these Envy members for Happy. The Merchant of Death here coming up from behind. Xyp9x actually feels it, but it's not going to be enough. 1 versus 3 now from Cajun, and a near unwinnable position, walking into a crossfire. He takes the 1 kill, holds it down, and Happy just shows up. And that's going to be the 6th round here. What a victory for Envy.
This is quickly getting out of control. 7 rounds on T side of Inferno.
Yeah, 7, yeah.
Hey, that's ridiculous. Anyway, this last round goes in the half. I mean, Envy are going to be very pleased with the result of their work so far. It's TSM. All of the pressure is going to be on the Danes, and still, they still had enough money to actually put together a reasonable buy. 3 rifles, a couple of pistols, but a good nade count and a kit on dupreeh. TSM has still got some fight in them, but it's actually going to be nades to top banana right now. Another one right on top of Device. Xyp9x and Device, they haven't even seen anybody, and they're already so low.
I mean, we did see that bottom banana aggression, but the fact that the smoke goes up was also an indication to Envy that they were probably going to be there, so they just put those grenades on through and already soften up the CT side a little bit. 15th round, ladies and gentlemen, last of the half here on the second map. Current map score is 1-0 in favor of Envy, so right now TSM are under a tremendous amount of pressure here. karrigan playing close to mid, going to be looking in almost perfect timing. Now he's got the FAMAS, he's going to go down. That delay, and Apex will drop him.
But the crossfire is still here on the A site, and we have the rotation coming out from Xyp9x now onto Speedway. This is where it starts to get tricky because they know there's smoke. Probably the last one that's going to go up, and look at this Envy, man. They're like sharks, but they line up for Device. Perfect timing from him, but not quite good enough in the end. kioShiMa will be able to hunt him down. Happy takes out dupreeh in a mano-a-mano fight over on the A site, but then they line up for Xyp9x. He just doesn't stop doing the damage. Kenny will find the kill, though, and it's just not going to be good enough here in the end for TSM. It's a 1-on-2 situation for Cajun, and he needs to find where dupreeh dropped the kit.
He might just try and charge in here. This last round is very important. Maybe not so much for Envy, but for TSM most definitely, and it's not even going to be a fight. Kenny shots in the 8-7 victory here. First half for Envy. Huge comeback for them. I mean, the first part of this half was just all TSM all the way. They were locking out Envy. We didn't even see bomb plants for a while. They just got shut down. And then they refocused themselves and come right back in the game.
They're like a crocodile, Envy. They just, it's like the jaws. They're waving them around, and TSM are darting in and out, and yeah, those jaws lock on, and then it's just the spin of death, and you're getting dragged down into the depths. Envy, they just get in there and they don't let go. Now life gets very difficult here for TSM. They have a long road ahead of them, but if they win this pistol round, that'll be a fair start. Envy, who have been struggling with pistols, maybe feeling a little apprehensive here, but now we begin. No time wasted, and already things starting off strong here for the Frenchman. kioShiMa taking out cajunb.
I'm not even sure how that headshot looked like he was behind the car there, but now Device is stuck in a bit of a weird position, and they're bringing the bomb up here. That's dangerous. Flashbang on in. Device looking for a shot, but he's going to go down to Kenny. If they lose this pistol around TSM, they're going to be in a world of trouble. There's only one person holding on A, and that's Happy, and he's in a great position up here. Gonna be a shot there. Kenny drops, but Happy, he can hear them coming.
And if they decide to walk up short, it's going to get really nasty. And speaking of which, NBK, I mean, dupreeh just barely spots him and he's gone off the map. And now TSM, they don't really have too many options. If NBK continues to just walk around corners and face shoot people, oh, and in true Happy fashion.
And I love the fact that Happy's USPS is called Thor in his baguette as well. As a great name for it. Good job, Happy. I mean, that was a devastating pistol round for TSM. There's really no understating it here. This second half would have been tough for the Danes, even if they win the pistol round. Losing it means we're looking at a sort of fairly epic comeback if they can make it work. They've got Tech 9 armor all around. They're playing against mostly SMGs, so it might be possible here. Apex charging into the middle with his teammates, but Happy's going to go down top banana. dupreeh picking up a second kill. Cajun falling third kill for dupreeh with a Tech 9 and NBK in a lot of trouble. dupreeh doesn't get the fourth one there. It could have been close, but Device steals it away, and now Kenny, last man left here. It's a solid round for TSM and one that they desperately needed.
I'm thinking NV got caught off guard. I'm thinking they assumed that this was going to be, you know, standard, like no Kevlar, just, yeah, sure, buy some Tech 9s, but the TSM, they would kind of follow along with the strategy that they've been using for quite some time now, which is skimp and save for the big buy round. Of course, dupreeh with a huge performance in this round, quad kill for him. But yeah, TSM outthinking Envy this time around. Good play there by karrigan, the in-game leader.
TSM is one of the teams that has been sort of, you know, just moving a bit away from that armor pistol buy and just gone more steady for something else. They didn't get the bomb plant in the pistol either, so maybe you can't blame Envy for thinking they were probably going to be saving just to see what was up here. 8, 9, and the 18th round is coming up. 3 smokes on Envy and armor and pistols. Are you even surprised at this point,
No.
Samler?
This is just pure envy. You know what, you guys force, well, we'll do just the, we'll do the same thing. And they are truly lethal with these pistols. CZ75 still on Kenny, he's a purist. Apex has gone over to the 5.7 and then a couple deagles just to spice things up. But TSM, they're scared about this. They aren't rushing this time around. They're taking their sweet time, hoping to catch somebody peek on Envy's side. And well, that's what happens when you go around the corner. Happy with one dig. Oh, and another one! Oh, and a third! Happy! He could get another one here too, dupreeh. dupreeh is like sweating bullets. Happy's gonna get the quad kill in the ace! What is this? I think I just broke my chair. I might need a new one.
Yep.
I think I actually did just break my chair. Hold on, let me get a new one.
A worthy sacrifice, a chair for a round that's going to go down in history without a doubt here. This is a ridiculous performance. Envy, they're earning this grand finals round for round and shot for shot. 10-8. TSM. How do you not just give up at this point? You face that. karrigan now, I mean, this might also be the point in time where TSM just think, all right, let's just cut loose here, because this is not working.
Well, I mean, this force buy would kind of indicate that, right? You know what? Just you got to do it. You can't back off now. Happy goes for something like that. You can't let them get away with that scot-free. You have to swing right back at them. TSM are not out yet. There's still a chance. But they are pushing up pretty close here. karrigan could actually pull a fast one on Kenny, but kioShiMa is going to spot out dupreeh, who is peeking on short. And now things get a little tricky here. Envy going to be starting to fall back a little bit more into defensive positions where they're going to be able to support each other with crossfires. This is where it gets tricky until karrigan steps in, removes one of the pinions here on the site.
They're wrapping around here. kioShiMa still in pit. He's going to get a good shot on Sipnix there and goes for a bit more, but he is alone now, and they need some backup in here. TSM coming for him, and kioShiMa trying to trace that player mid-air, but Cajun's going to be able to take him down. Bomb gets planted, and there is a kit on NBK still. It's going to be a 2v3 retake, and they're going to try and see if they can get in here quick. Cajun's low on health, but yeah, Envy thinking twice about it. They're slowing up a lot here.
I'm thinking they've actually got some doubts here, Envy.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they can find a kill right now. cajunb playing from the pit. He is low. That would be one bullet, but they're playing a textbook TSM. They don't need a peek. They're just holding back. They're making sure that Envy don't really get any free kills. NBK will take out karrigan. I mean, exits are fine, but there's still no way for Envy to actually be able to pick up this site. Happy even goes up with the bomb in the end.
But Envy know they've got a really big lead if they can make sure that TSM never have the economy to get into those really elaborate executes that we know they've got that involves a lot of Molotovs. I mean, even on the terrorist side, because the way that TSM will play this side of the map, they do enjoy having those Molotovs to clear corners with, even if you don't use them on the bomb side, just to clear all the corners that Envy might be holding. You need all of that, and they're not going to have it when they have rounds like this. I guess a win is a win at this point, but it's another round here where Envy've got single stolen AK and a little bit of armor.
And they're going to start using teammates who have pistols as fodder, as bait. Kenny, taking the little peek there to try and get the info. TSM again, I mean, they're going to be forever cautious now. There's not going to be not much bravado on TSM's side, running around corners trying to take face fights just because of what Happy did to them not too long ago. You can see they're being very thorough at this point, checking these angles, making sure that they have quick backup. They're moving as a pair right now, karrigan and dupreeh, stacking up side by side so that for these kinds of situations, boom, they get the kill quick. There's 2 rifles firing.
Oh my God.
Okay then, right?
kioShiMa, what a peek. Sivnix is gone. Apex up here is going to get shut down in pit and up in apartments. kioShiMa will fall as well. So Happy and NBK pushing through, and they each get a kill. Happy with one more. Is he really going to do it again? Surely there's no way he's down this time, but NBK waiting with the AK spraying, and Device will only barely get that kill. TSM every round is so close. Even when they've got next to no equipment, the Frenchmen are looking terrifying.
This one right here. Boop. Yeah, they are really. And okay, now TSM actually have a chance to build some confidence. It's an actual eco round, Anders. We're witnessing it. Envy, they're not buying Kevlar. So they only have the pistols. They have a couple of smokes as well, just to make TSM wonder a little bit. I mean, you want to make sure you keep TSM honest. Don't let them on too quick that this is an eco.
Well, kioShiMa and Happy do have deagles, so I feel like we should take it slow here. Apex is going to be the one with the 5-7 instead, and Sivnix no longer in the round. Kenny, blind shot through the smoke. What on earth is going on? karrigan is now going to be gone. This is some true madness. Apex, though, making a lot of noise here towards T-spawn. So Cajun, it might be an easy kill. Apex walking in with the AK in hand, and Cajun going to be able to secure that kill without taking any damage. A very important refrag there, and maybe a bit of a misstep by Apex. Gives them a weapon back, but still solid hold. 2 people on either bomb site, and they don't have armor, but these pistols seem to be enough.
Yeah, Happy really isn't too far away either. Although now he is getting closer to the B side, so it is going to increase his rotation time, but we see him making his way back in. I mean, if they can focus on this A side, this could get good. But this has just got to be a terrifying situation for TSM. Through smoke, I mean, everywhere they go, they're just dying to pistols. Envy are unique.
Wow, I mean, the time left here is really scary. Happy's going to be there with the deagle in hand. They're going to have flashbacks of that. When they hear that deagle, it's going to be terrifying. Goes in, Happy not going to get it this time. The aim punch will end him. Kenny and Keo left 14 seconds here. Bomb plant already going through. Device trying to cover it, making sure no one comes through that smoke. And that is smart play. This 2v2, it has to work for TSM. They take the round lead back. It's a really huge round for them here. But again, a round where they don't survive with many members no matter what happens.
No, it's way too expensive, you're right. And again, I mean, this is just so scary. There we go. They finally put an end to Kenny. Enough of his shenanigans, and now it's going to be kioShiMa. He's got a Galil to work with. Looking for the shot, looking for the spray down, and he's not going to win. dupreeh will stand tall on the side and win the round for his team.
And another quad kill for him. I mean, he's been stepping it up in some of these rounds, but it's still terrifying that they can keep winning, almost winning these rounds. I mean, now they actually have rifles. If you look at TSM's money, you do see it on the screen, they don't have that much. Nobody above, well, nearly nobody above 2,000. That's incredible. They've won 3 rounds in a row, and this is what they have. Yeah,
this gets really scary now. If they lose this here, or if they lose, rather, this round, they're right back to being broken on the economy front. So now Envy, no aggressive push coming out from Envy this time around either. The very passive hold, in fact. I mean, the one guy they have is Kenny watching towards Arch, and he's in danger of getting rushed down, but he gets that smoke out just in time. Dancing on the edge. There could be a flash through, but they aren't going to risk it, it seems, TSM, at least not for now. They're still trying to suss out where the defense is set up. And 4 players here rotated in for Envy. They really are expecting some quick aggression out of TSM.
And a bit of an insight into how much karrigan has been studying this team. He actually thought they were boosting him behind that smoke, so he's probably seen that before in a practice somewhere. Interesting just to get to see that as well. 50-ish seconds left, and TSM setting up for it. dupreeh with an opening frag. He's doing so much for this team right now. Kenny trapped here between the bomb site and archway, and he's going to go down to karrigan. Blind spray. kioShiMa next. What an absolutely flawless execution here. And Envy not even getting a single frag in this round so far. NBK happy. Might not even be a round where they could realistically try and get rifles away from TSM. This could be where a lot of the second half changes here. If they survive this map here, TSM, I mean, this is like a trial by fire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, again, talking about flashbacks where Envy had a massive lead. If they were to choke on a map like this, they're going to be thinking it's the finals all over again. You cannot allow that to happen if you are Envy, not after that first half. But yeah, this would be one of the best comebacks we've had in a long time if TSM come through. So far, though, they at least managed to keep a good number of teammates alive, which means that they'll have more money. They were dancing on the edge there of the eco-catastrophe. But they do manage to just barely get their balance back. And whoa, we might actually have a timeout coming through here. Envy, maybe. I mean, they called for the timeout on the last map on Dust 2 and just started crushing face after that.
It worked so well, they won the eco round.
Which don't think that was part of the plan, yeah.
It probably wasn't, but you're right, Samuel. It was the tactical timeout here for NBC. Happy, still wondering how he can break the Danishes.
Usually you do that by dunking them in coffee. You know, tasty.
Do croissants count as Danishes? They probably don't.
A little bit of baguette as well, you know, with that. Just, yeah.
A little bit.
Hey, you read my AMA, man. Perfect breakfast right there.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And breaking baguettes, we've got an expert right here with Thorin. So we've got it all set up here.
Well, they better get their baguette ready, because if they lose this map, I don't think Thorin's going to show much mercy for Envy.
There are a couple of tools here on the Envy side they haven't employed yet. We haven't seen Kenny with the AWP, mainly because they haven't been able to afford it, but that is something that they can say, well, let's invest into that, see if we can't pick it up. It could be Happy instead, for all I know, because it's Inferno after all. We haven't seen too many super aggressive pushes either. They tried that one round, then it failed, because dupreeh ended up quad killing them with the Tech-9, but you know, aggressive pushes on this map have a long and deep history, and they can definitely be worth it if you do it at the right time.
Or Kenny going aggressive in the... I mean, yeah, I really do like the fact that you're bringing up the AWP, because I want to see Kenny, you know, peeking into apartments, you know, getting up there, trying to go for the aggressive plays with the sniper rifle, at least trying to get a pick. CT, like T-side, I understand that it may not really play into Envy's style just because more aggression. They want to be up in their opponents fast, and if you have an op and you're counting on that op to create the opening for you, that's more of a slow style that doesn't really play to Envy's strengths. CT side, though, sure, Kenny, do what you want. That could work just fine.
I mean, some teams on this map, I think Virtus Pro is one of them, they will actually try and triple stack the apartments on the CT side, because it gives them so much control of second mid and even middle you can spot out there, and it makes for a decent setup even over at Banana. As long as you've got all the equipment for it, you can make it work. So there's a lot of different options here for Envy. We'll try and see which one they're going to go for. This time, obviously, no AWP in play. They just do not have the money for it. Seems like they're going to play a fairly standard round here, where they're going to use the fact that they can smoke from Archway over towards that B-bomb side. Just try and put pressure on the device. Oh, gonna get that opening frag on Apex.
I guess at least it was Apex. He only had the 5.7 to work with. So then it's not like they're losing a rifle. Oh no, Kenny, the timing, it's atrocious. And it's perfect for karrigan. He gets in there, gets the kill. This is gonna open everything wide. kioShiMa now not the only man. Happy is still here on the A site, but they need to try and work off of this crossfire. Xyp9x goes up in flames, and Happy's still alive, but not for long. Yeah, kioShiMa's been picked as well, and it's all gonna be down to NBK. He guesses right with the spray, but that's just not gonna be good enough here.
No, he can't get that shot off him. If he had, he probably would have tried to speed up behind it, but now there's a lot of time wasted, and he's got 3 people to find and kill. Don't think it's going to be very likely here. Another round here for TSM, as we are starting to see a very, very slow but quite impressive comeback here on the Danish side. They are really doing their best to win it back. I mean, this is all they've got. If they lose this map, then the grand finals is going to be going to Envy.
All right, well, moving along. They are still going to be able to get a buy out of this Envy, but they are starting to run out of chances to mess up here. They really do have to start locking it down if they want to win this map, win this grand finals 2-0. Aggressive flash into mid, and there it is. Kenny S, though, will be the one picking up both kills. karrigan and dupreeh slapped down. And just like that, TSM trying to go for more of the same. again with the flash through mid, trying to push karrigan in there fast to get the opening kill. They've had success with it 2 rounds now, but finally EnVy have found an answer.
And that kind of double opening, definitely a big one here for the French side. They're 3 rounds down, their economy's been broken for a long time. They need a round like this, and they need to come up with a lot of members still alive. I was actually just about to say, the fact that they keep forcing it up, I mean, considering their history and their stats on force rounds, you kind of can't blame them for doing it. But it does deny them a lot of equipment, and that could be a problem long term. But it seems to be working out just here. kioShiMa trying to land a headshot. They've got 3 people. They've even got someone flanking. That's Happy coming up from behind. TSM, they're locked in a vice here. They need to move quick. They get the kill on Happy and try and fall back. 20 seconds is enough. You can make the run to B, but they're going to stop and recommit back to the A bomb site. Still 3 members here for EnVy. 15, 14 seconds left. Here come TSM, but they're going to get shot down. Kenny, it's now a triple kill. He's looking for more. It's the quad kill. Jumps up. It's the Kenny ace, and there it is. EnVy right back in the game. 13-11. What a round.
And I think we just dubbed a new term in CS. That was sexy. What a round from Kenny. Everybody delivering here. An individual play, the hallmark of EnVy. Happy had his moment. Now it's Kenny's time to shine. What a round from him, and what a key round for EnVy to win. But now an equally important round right here. They need to go big, and Kenny's gonna go ahead, peek in a second, and he gets the flick on his Zipnix, lightning fast. So quick, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Give this man the op, and he will get results. Now TSM, they're going to be caught reeling. Where do they go? What do they do after this? Because now they're in danger. I mean, they've already had their economy reset. And EnVy are looking very good in this important round where they're at risk. If they lose this round, it's pretty much the map going to TSM.
'25th round. This grand final has been a really brutal one already. Really want to see a 3rd map, but EnVy, they're going to try and deny it, and it's Kenny. That's now 7 kills in a row he's got. He's going to try and see if he can keep going here. 50-some seconds left, and TSM, they lose 2 entry frags. Last time that happens, they didn't make it back. And this time they're going to try and see if they can. Happy playing close to the smoke, and he sprays down dupreeh. Doesn't get the next one up, but this is still just fine. There's a lot of grenades here to stop TSM from making their way through. NBK dies to Cajun? Surely not Semler.
Is this possible? They're so very low on HP, though. The odds are very slim, and now it comes down to patience here. On EnVy's side, they've got the man advantage. That's all they have to make use of at this point. Man closing it on CT, but hell, I guess when you have Kenny and he has his AWP, anything is possible. Device holds his ground, will take out kioShiMa, trying to find the angle, but Apex is there from Banana, and plenty of time here for the defuse. Wow. EnVy, it's starting to feel a little bit like Dust 2 here. They're starting to look dominant.
They get that AWP, and it's a return on investment so big that Wall Street is waking up instantly. So, I mean, this is huge, isn't it? That was there's so far 8 kills for Kenny without dying here. That is some inhuman reactions.
Oh, man. And this one as well, really. I mean, just no fear at all. And well, TSM, they're certainly going to start feeling it tingling themselves here because they're down to it. I mean, they do manage to get 4 rifles. Good nade count as well. dupreeh has got the Tech 9. And there was a bit of a chant there for a moment, I think. But again, Kenny. Straight aggression. No stopping.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, look at Cajun just rushing up into the middle that fast, just not stopping at all. Kenny right at the edge. He actually hits karrigan through the side of the wall, and kioShiMa there to pick it up. Pretty good teamwork right now. TSM, they want to change the pace, but EnVy are ready for it. Apex is going to get the 1 spray here. It's looking good for the CT side. Kio with the pistol out. Cajun's going to go down as well. Double kill for Apex, double for kioShiMa, and that's going to tie the scoreline at 13-13. It's anybody's game, but now EnVy have the economy and TSM not so much.
Yeah, exactly. They actually have the money for the op. They can rebuy the op on Kenny. Now since he's having it, he can actually hunt them. So the slow pick style, that's I think where TSM are starting to feel a little scared just because Kenny comes and finds them. They try and change it up and go for the aggression again, and EnVy have made the adjustments necessary to shut those plays down. So this is starting to get very tough now. What does karrigan call for in the next round? The key round of this second half to keep EnVyUs off of match point, off of tournament point.
It's worth an attempt to try and get the opening frag up there. Cajun standing in the fire, happy. He's going to be really...
gives him a Viking funeral.
Yeah, happy to take that duel. dupreeh with a good deagle shot, but there's a long way to go to get this round back. And kioShiMa trying to spray and make sure that doesn't happen. A grenade out just to try and keep them back for a second. They've stolen that AWP though.
Something to work with, and they have a minute, so it's still some time, but they have a single HE. No smokes, no flashes to create openings here. It's all down to karrigan. He's been very effective on the CT side. dupreeh as well on the T side, and he's gonna get another one in. But the flank comes in, Happy chooses the perfect time to peek, and karrigan is gone. It's gonna be down to dupreeh and Xyp9x. And well, what a shot from Xyp. 2-on-2, the rotation coming through, down to 35 seconds, so there's still time to go B if they wanted to. Envy, they can't fully commit to the A site.
This shouldn't even be a close round. I have no idea how we've ended up in a 2v2. 25 seconds, kioShiMa in the pit and NBK coming up from behind. You can see Xyp9x really trying to play this angle, but kioShiMa, smart play, is going to find him, and now dupreeh alone wants to get the bomb down, secure the money, jumping and shooting, and it's not going to happen. They deny that bomb plant, deny TSM the money, and that is a really important detail. Even as they lose a bunch of rifles, they're so close to winning this grand finals, it almost doesn't matter.
Now this is 14 rounds now for Envy. We're getting to it here. TSM, we can see now they go for full AKs, full nades, 4 Molotovs. Very well equipped here, but this is all of their money. If they don't get a bomb plant, life is going to get very tricky for them if they lose this round. Envy, however, fully equipped on their side. Not a single M4A1 in sight. Sniff. But Kenny has his AWP, and look at Kenny's approach as well. Rather than go aggressive into second mid, where TSM were actually gathered up, ready and waiting for him, he's just gonna play this is his backup angle, holding from arch, just waiting to see if anybody's gonna go for the peak. So very passive stuff coming out here from Envy. They want to let TSM hang themselves. They want to let them make a mistake.
And they've already spent a lot of time just, pre-firing the apartments there, spending Molotovs as well and flashbangs, just really making sure here, which you can't blame them for. They know what it's like to be on the wrong end of that sniper rifle. A minute, less than a minute here. Kenny rotating all the way over to quad, where he's looking for the kill here, and he's gonna get it easily on dupreeh, even as the fire was burning. You're able to see right on top of that. It's a good start.
Kenny is so scary, and now Apex decide to go for the push here. There are 2 players waiting. He's gonna catch one with a nade, and he actually trades 1 for 1. Device is there, 2 targets. Flash forces Device to turn back. He's looking for the follow-up, and he's actually going to find it. That's the big kill right there. Kenny's still alive, though, on the site. Needs to flank, doesn't hit it, but he goes for the knockdown. What is this? Kenny now holding short, and he is the line. He is the law. Device in a 1v2, and he makes it a 1v1.
He's got 18 seconds of the bomb back. He's running back with the grenade out. He's looking for it, but NBK is there. He's going to get that headshot. Oh, God, flicking through those weapons. Looked like he was about to suicide himself. He had the AK out and still couldn't do it. NBK had a huge advantage there. And that's going to be 15-13 match and map point here for Envy. This has been terrific. This no-scope.
Just sit down. Just sit down, Xyp.
You know when the crowd goes, oh, even on the replay, you know it's good.
And well, this is it. They are looking like the freight train now. Happy goes for the peek, and he gets the double headshot. Well, single one to start, but body shot to do the job. cajunb is gone. And that leaves it man advantage now for Envy going into potentially the tournament, the last round of this tournament. This is it. They've got 2 cracks at it.
Defending this B-bomb site, NBK and also Happy, and they've got a lot of equipment. 2 Molotovs and, more Molotov and 2 smokes, and one of them just went up here spraying madly while crab walking. It's gonna be Happy out of bullets and stuck on the smoke, trying to fall back. He will make it into CT spawn, and they're coming for him. NBK gets a kill inside the smoke. Device goes down. It's all on Xyp9x and karrigan. It's a 2v4, and they're all rotating in towards the bomb site here. This is a disaster for TSM. They've got to fall back. They've got the time for it. If they keep going, they're definitely going to lose the round. I think they just realized, but so did kioShiMa.
And that's it, exactly. They don't overcommit. Apex is rotating back as well, so there will be 2 defenders on this A site, with the 3rd one close behind. Kenny is rotating over with that AWP, and Apex, he doesn't land the shot, but Kenny's holding the line now and there. He doesn't miss. Xyp9x gone once again, and karrigan is done. kioShiMa with the final frag of this tournament, and Envy are the DreamHack London champions. What a dominant performance by them. A flawless tournament run. They didn't drop a single map the entire way through, even against TSM, where we thought this series would go 3 maps.
There was any doubt about what high-level Counter-Strike we were going to see when these 2 teams met up. What a final. So many absolutely amazing moments. Great game from both teams. But the curse continues, and EnVyUs are victorious. We're going to go over to the stage now where we're going to have our boy Parla, aka Man Truce. He's going to be talking to both of